Downloading, unzipping student data files. In this video I'm going to show you how to download your student data files and unzip them. So when you come to your course link in Blackboard, you're going to click on student data files on the left hand side. Now each course setup in Blackboard may be a little different, but for this particular video I'm using the IM120 course in Blackboard. So once you click on student data files, you'll come to the student data files listed here as a zip file. Now again, you might be taking the Excel or the Word class, which is fine, then yours will be obviously for Word. Now what I suggest to my students is that you create a folder named, for example, IM120 if you're in the Excel class, or IM130 if you're in the Word class, IM111 if you're in the computer app. So whatever the course number may be, create a folder first, because that's where you want to put all of your assignment files, and that's where you want to put the student data file. Now you can either left click and then go ahead and choose Save File. Now the problem with that is if you're using a browser like Firefox, in the upper right hand corner you'll come to where you have the download, and it'll end up actually taking it to a download folder on your system. Then you'll have to navigate to that one. So if you left click, that may happen if you don't have your browser set up to automatically open up your file management program. What I'm going to suggest that you do if you're unsure is to right click on the student data files, and again it's just a folder file right now, that's compressed, that contains all the folders for the course that you're taking, which means you do not have to create a folder for every chapter or tutorial from the book, and it's provided by the publisher, and each of those folders contains your starting files, and that's also where you want to save your assignments. So don't create your own file management program here. You want to follow what the publisher has set up for you, and you'll understand this in a few minutes. So when you right click on the student data files link, you want to left click on Save Link As. Then it'll launch your file management program. You're going to want to navigate to your course folder. So for this example, for the video I'm using for the Excel class IM120, so I've already created my IM120 folder, and this is where I'm going to save the student data file, and this is the zip file. I'm going to click Save. Then I'm going to go to my file management program. So you're just going to go to your, if you're using Windows, you're going to go to your Windows Explorer and navigate to your IM120 folder. There's the zip file. Even though it has a little yellow folder as an icon, it has a little zipper on it. And if you are displaying your extensions on your system, you'll see the .zip. If you're not, you can still look at the file type and you'll see where it says compressed. And if you want to see more of it, you can just expand it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and unzip this. We're going to right click. Now we can choose either one of these. Your system may be set up a little different. You might have WinZip or another compression program. I'm just going to go ahead and left click on Extract All. Now one thing I tend to do is get rid of the last folder name that's created by the compression program, so that I just have a backslash after my course number. Otherwise it's going to create this folder twice. Then I'm going to go ahead and click on Extract, and there we go. Now this is going to actually set up a folder called Student Data Files, and in there's a folder for every tutorial or chapter in your book. So if you're in the Word class, you'll see Word 1, Word 2, Word 3. If you're in computer applications, IM111, it may be set up differently. So this is what's actually been created for you. Your file management is already created for you by the publisher through the student data file. So there's a folder for every tutorial or chapter, and within each of these folders there's a folder for every assignment in the book from that tutorial. So when you start working on tutorial 1, you want to read first, and when the instructions tell you to open up a certain file, this is where you would go and you would find that file and open it up. So don't automatically come to your file management program and start opening files. Read the instructions and the assignment first. Some of these assignments will have you create files from scratch. So this is an example where some of these folders are going to be empty. That's how it's supposed to be. Again, you don't start with the student data files. You open up the book, you read the instructions for the assignment. The instructions in the book will tell you when you need to go open up files or where you need to save those files. So this is where you're going to find all of your starting files, and this is where you should be saving as well. Now you can get rid of the zip file at this point, so you can just right click on that and then left click on delete. Alright, so again, you have a folder for every tutorial in the book, and you also have a folder for every assignment within that tutorial. Do not change this around. Now, once you're ready to submit your files, if it's one file, you should be fine, but if it's multiple files that you will be submitting, there's another video on how to zip your files or your folders containing your files. So this is how you are going to download your student data files for this course and other courses that have student data files, and this is also how you're going to unzip them. If you have any questions, please contact your instructor.